Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports, the NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. You take a look at the Cavaliers. It's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. How about the Warriors and their new head coach, Steve Kerr, our old buddy, Shaq?
Former analyst, knows the league inside out, was my general manager when I played for Phoenix Suns. Steve, thank you for trading me in the wee hours of night. But no, Ernie, seriously, what I like about this guy, he's humble. He doesn't toot his own horn, or he doesn't think he's right all the time. He should do great at the Warriors organization.
How do you know it was in the wee hours of the night when you were traded?
Because I went to sleep at 2, and then when I woke up at 8, it said, "You've been traded."
Oh, really?
Nice being here.
So he didn't call you and wake you up at like 4 or 5 and say, get out?
And then when I called him back, it was, doo-doo-doo, this number has been changed. Doo-doo-doo, this number has been changed. Thanks, Steve Kerr.
Time to go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
So Golden State will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the point. Now here's Curry. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Curry's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Warriors. Irving drives in. Out to Shumpert. Left side, Shumpert. James outside. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shumpert, no good.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA now.
Now, here's Green. Here's Iguodala. Mozgov grabs the board. So it's the Cavaliers now. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. And the defensive improvement for Golden State has kind of been piece by piece. They've had the right strategy and motivation, certainly from the coaching staff. And obviously, Steve, a healthy Andrew Bogut has helped.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with what they've done the last couple of years in terms of their attitude, their personnel, the mindset to become more defensive-minded, and a much better rebounding club as well.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Klay Thompson. A nice shot by LeBron.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Thompson, a screen on Irving. Knocked away. And here we go. Shumpert heading to the hoop. Oh, look out.
Now that is rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some style points too, Kevin.
Clark, he deserves them. No simple finish there with the high-altitude windmill slam.
Yes, making a statement.
And here are the Warriors now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Curry kicks to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. Barnes.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Feeds it to James. Wide open look. Shot clock at 5. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Curry wide open. The Cavaliers pull it in. The drive by Shumpert. That's good. Shumpert's got 6. Curry with it. There's the pass to Iguodala. Green with a screen for Iguodala. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And Iguodala, no good on that one.
Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high-percentage finishers in the league.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Jacks up a three. Puts up the baby hook. Good D by Love. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. The shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. Iguodala's got his second bucket.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. They get it back. LeBron outside. The tray. Barnes grabs the miss. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And stolen by James. To the inside. And stolen by Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. The Cavaliers trailing. Irving attacking. Here's Love. And there's a nice one-handed slam. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Here's Thompson. The Cavaliers making the shot. Curry wide open, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Here's Love. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Clock at 2. Here's Iguodala. Rebound by Smith.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Love outside. LeBron left side. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Iguodala. The shot will not go. Great D that time from James. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. And the rejection by LeBron. J.R. Smith on the wing. The kick out to Irving. And it's off from three-point range. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Pass to Lee. And here's Iguodala outside. Love grabs the board. Love's got his third rebound tonight.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64th, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Farajao comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. There's David Lee on the assist by Barbosa. Lee's got his first 2 points. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to James. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Smith for three. Smith missing again. It's Iguodala with the drive. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead. That will count. And he trains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
I'm glad they're going to the replay on that one. I mean, make sure it's the right call, even if it's a play that might not end up being a big factor.
I agree, Clark. I mean, it was a very limited system when it was introduced, but the league continued to tweak it, and they've been doing whatever they can to help the referees, and just like putting the light strips on the backboard so they can see when the buzzer sounds, not just hear it.
And the official call is in. It's ruled a basket. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
And Kevin, this is exactly why we have this rule. And I think that they made a great decision putting the rule in. The main thing is you want to get it right. And they definitely got this one right looking at the replay.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Thompson and Verja at the 4 and 5. Amon Shepard is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, Steph Curry is such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, Doris. One of the best shows in basketball. Thank you. Barbosa kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. Buried from 15 feet out. Curry's got 6. Well, you look at the numbers for the Warriors last season. Their offense revolved around Steph Curry, and no surprise.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. The numbers were staggering. I mean, with Curry on the floor, they were right at the top of the league in offensive efficiency. And when he sat down, they were the worst. A lot was on his shoulders, and he carried that burden well.
Kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Shumpert. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Lee passes to Curry. His lead cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Curry.
And Curry, not just a factor offensively with his scoring, of course, but driving, making plays for others. And I think the departure of Jarrett Jack really allowed Curry to take on a larger playmaking role, and he showed he was ready.
You talk about all of the gaudy numbers for Curry last season. Extremely impressive offensively, but there's one number he'd like to cut down on, and that's the turnovers. Second most in the league last season, and he'd be the first to tell you he knows he can do better, and I'm confident he will.
And he gets it to go. Barnes has got 5.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Shumpert dishes to Dellavedova. Pass to Smith. Here's Varejao, and Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Love's check in for the Cavaliers. Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Love kicks to Smith. Love with the screen on Thompson. Back to Love. There's the 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Warriors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Thompson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Smith drives in. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Thompson.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well-guarded.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Shumpert against Thompson, and it's Shumpert penetrating.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Cavaliers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And, you know, this lead is going to grow if they can continue to get to the free throw line.
You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And Steve, with Klay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. And now he can get that 3 off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
Curry wide open, and he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got 11 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Curry against Irving. He dishes it to Shumpert. Back to Irving. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. There's Mozgov. Great tee that time from Green. The Warriors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Curry kicks to Green. Passes to Barnes. Barbosa against Smith. Golden State moving it around. Thompson from long range. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. The Cavaliers trailing.
Well, you look at how the Warriors have improved. Really a change in philosophy from years past. The new ownership wanted size for position, and rebounding, defense, toughness. They've really established a nice foundation.
Inside. Mozgov passes to Irving and stolen by Barnes. It's Thompson off the drive. Curry with it. Now Smith defending. There's the triple. And it's Curry again from deep. And now a 4-point Warrior lead. And the first big move towards that size and defense for the Warriors was the trade of Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut with Milwaukee.
And like many trades, it was questioned initially, but Bogut has brought that toughness and interior defensive presence this team so desperately lacked. And the wins have really validated the Warriors' new direction.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And he banks in the layup. Curry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Here's Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. J.R. Smith 2 years ago, 6th man of the year, Steve, and he signed a nice multi-year extension.
Yeah, but his struggles in the playoffs were a sign of things to come. He was suspended to start last season, and knee surgery in the offseason really pushed him back in terms of conditioning and rhythm.
And the issues for Smith just continued last season, and they were self-inflicted. You know, after untying Sean Marion's shoes during the free throw, the league warned him. And then he did it again the very next game. He threw a $50,000 fine as a result. Boy, that's a lot of cheese to give up for some buffoonery.
Bogut dishes to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Iguodala. No good on the triple.
And the Knicks frustrated with Smith's antics. It didn't seem like he learned from his fine. A little over a month later, he intentionally tugged down Vince Carter's headband during the game. He was asking for trouble, but the league let him slide.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. LeBron outside. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 11. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Lee's checked in for Golden State. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. And it's Varejão penetrating. Good D by Lee. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, you know, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
LeBron outside. Dishes it to Irving. On the wing, Thompson. 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got his first basket.
What a game. This lead continues to go back and forth.
No question about it. This has been a competitive game.
And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender, and he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the field.
Look out, man!
The rim is shaking.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And that one's good. And the first half ends in a close one. Cavaliers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here with David Lee. And David, tell us what your approach was defensively in this game tonight.
Well, we made some mistakes here and there. Our biggest thing is if we don't turn the ball over, I think we're going to be okay. They got a couple easy buckets in transition.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. 16 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. Love, an easy 2 points on the layup. Love's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Cavs. Warriors trail by 3. You know, every year there are a handful of teams in the Eastern Conference that buck the trend against the West, and last year Cleveland was one of them.
And Kevin, as you said, most teams in the East struggled out of conference, but Cleveland was pretty solid against the West, and I think they'll be even better with LeBron.
Absolutely. James against Barnes. James in the post. The kick out to Irving. Offline with his 3. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Thompson with the bucket.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set. And for the Cavs, it didn't show up in the win column, but a lot of their losses to teams out west were close competitive games.
The shot misses, and Golden State will come the other way.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Well, really, it was against the Southwest Division they struggled. A lot of East teams struggled against those teams. 6 teams from the East had 1 or less wins against the division all season.
Always tough when the East goes out west.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job. Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Clay's father, Michael.
Good news is they're taking away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Boy, what a display.